What up, MetaZoo Maniacs? So today is July 1st, 2024, better known as Canada Day. I can't wait for the fireworks tonight. Maybe I'll post a video about that later. But yeah, let's get right to the crazy auctions. We gotta start with Nick Strength and Pokemon's auctions, because I don't know what these bidders were doing. Like, I didn't know if they were shill bidding. Nick Strength and Pokemon said that some of this stuff was paid for. So let's just, check out the confusion. So we had a PSA 8 Mothman. It's just base, it's not refractor or X-fractor or anything crazy. PSA 8 sold for 99 cents, which, isn't hard to believe. Just the PSA 8 of the base card. And then we have PSA 9 of the exact same card, $32. What? Right? And why am I freaking out? Why do I think that doesn't make sense? Well, I'm going to show you. So, right? This isn't a magic trick. This exact same card as the PSA 8. So remember, this PSA 9, $32. PSA 8, 99 cents. And how much do you think a PSA 10 would sell for? So I mean, if it went up 32 times in value from an 8 to a 9, a PSA 10 should be worth more than $32. Nope. Apparently it's only worth $22, so it's worth $10 less. I don't know what the hell happened there. It makes no sense. I'm not going to check out who the bidders were, whatever. Actually, you know what? Screw that. I am going to look. Oh, just like in my last video. So the winning bidder is the S ***** U. So let's see if he won the other ones as well. So that was the winning bidder on the PSA 10. Yeah, he was the winning bidder on the PSA 9. As we could see right here, Mr. 1699. And yeah, even on the PSA 8, Mr. 1699. So he won all three. The PSA 9 went for $10 more than the PSA 10. I don't think I'll ever see that again. I don't think any of us will ever see that again. But the craziness doesn't end there. Check this out. It gets even better. So Refractor Mothman, which is definitely more desirable than the base Mothman, sold for $30 as a PSA 9. Meanwhile, the base Mothman, so not Refractor, not X-Fractor or anything, PSA 9 sold for $37. Like, what the hell's going on? How did the Refractor sell for less than the regular base card? That makes no sense either. You'll never see that again either. Like, that makes zero sense. And then another one that I noticed that looked a little weird was Gasianditha PSA 9 sold for $51 in auction for Nick Strength Pokemon's auctions. But meanwhile, and I pointed this out when I made my video a couple days ago, there was another one, the exact same card, exact same grade, was on a buy it now for $20. This one sold, like when that auction was up to $50, this one was sitting on eBay for a buy it now for $20. So how did the auction get $30 higher? I'll never understand that. And the other anomaly in Nick Strength of Pokemon's auctions is his PSA 7 Awful sold for $20. That's crazy. In my video a couple days ago, I pointed out there's a PSA 9 Awful that was available for buy it now for $20. That's been sold now as well. PSA 10s usually don't even sell for $20. There's many that have sold for less than $15 as PSA 10s. Okay, so let's get into some other auctions for this week. This is pretty cool, actually. So we have first edition Mothman, non-hollow, so there's no hollow on it at all. No reverse hollow, no full hollow. PSA 10 sold for $28. And it says low pop, and I'm gonna go check the PSA population report in 1 second here. What's cool about that is on June 25th, a full hollow Mothman, PSA 10, also sold for about $28, which is really cool. They sold for about the same price. Well, 19 cents difference, so we'll say the same price. When are you gonna see that happen again? But they did say low population, so let's go check out the PSA population report. And as you can see here, Mothman first edition, so it's not reverse hollow or full hollow. There's 126 graded, 74 PSA 10, so I don't know if I'd call that a low population. Just no one really grades them, but when they do grade them, it's, quite a few are PSA 10. And then if you want to know about the full hollow down here, there's 1,190 sent into PSA and 650 are PSA 10. And for Nick Strength of Pokemon, we all know he likes the Collecticon Mothman full hollow, and yeah, 16 of them been sent into PSA and only 3 are PSA 10, and we know he has one, we know Chris has one, and maybe he has a second one too, I can't remember, but yeah, pretty low population on those. And you know what, meanwhile we're here, let's check out Wendigo quick. So Wendigo, full hollow, There's 563 sent in and 410 are PSA 10. And I made a video about this earlier in the week too. This was absolutely insane. Yeah, this Foo Fighter showed up. Sold for $225 from UFO. Crazy part is, it's a star rare, secret rare, numbered 4 out of 10. Crazy. So I made a video about that, showing the guy that picked it up in Discord. Absolute amazing pickup. Here we have Chibi Baby Blue Ox LGS promo. You don't see it too often. Sold over in Europe for about $12.63 American or best offer. So probably got a best offer, but you just don't see this too often. So I just thought I would show it on the video here. LGS promo, Chibi Baby Blue Ox. Here we have one of my favorite promo cards, DeBruise times MetaZoo. I think this card's a little undervalued. I think it's really cool, and it was very hard to get when you ordered one of the t-shirt boxes and all that. But $20.50. I mean, look at the artwork. It's Bigfoot. He pulled a Mothman shirt, and Mike Waddell is fist pumping hard down in the corner here. Well, speaking of Mike Waddell, holy shit. Probstein Auctions. Mike Waddell, PSA 10. Damn, his business card, $676 American. But you know what? Let's check the population report of that as well. Yeah, looks like there's 19 of these graded, and there's 17 that are PSA 10. Next we have Chibi Bigfoot from, yeah, Pin Club Full Hollow, PSA 10. Sold for $29. Here's the original Pin Club with Kryptonation. I don't know why this sells for so cheap. I think these are really cool. $27 for 30 of them. Here we had a Kickstarter Full Hollow Chaos Crystal PSA 10. I can't even believe how cheap some of these things are selling for Kickstarter. $81.04. Here we have another one of these Headcaster bundles. So you're going to get 75 decks. So you get 25 decks of Kryptonation, 25 of Wilderness, 25 of Nightfall. You're going to get more promo cards than you can count. Like I think about 75 of them. So 25 for each set. And then you're going to get 10 boxes of the other promo set that for the World Poker Tour, and you should get a Headcaster promo too. Plus the chip, you should get the the gold ink chip, where there's only 250 of them made, and then also the bounty chip. Here we have the Neutrality Totality Raw, $7.50. Hey, speaking of that Headcaster poker box we just saw for $111, the promo card itself sold for $50. And you're going to get that in that box. And this is a super nice card. Very underrated artwork, all these poker promo cards. I mean, this one, the Headcaster, it's serialized out of 250. You can't really see it there. But I mean, how sweet is that artwork? You got Bigfoot, Flatwoods Monster, Cumberland Dragon, Mothman, and Wendigo all playing poker. Here we have Men in Black, Full Hollow from UFO, only $5. Chains of Old Scratch, first edition, $20. Here with the Chapter 1 MetaZoo comic book, second edition, sold for only $15. Here we have 4 booster boxes, UFO, Wilderness, Seance, and second edition Kryptonation, sold for $79 in auction. Here's an interesting listing. So it was a buy it now for $20. Get 25 packs of Seance. I don't know, right? I don't know the seller, but I'd be totally sketched out by this, because if they're loose packs, maybe it came from a booster box and they know for a fact these are all reverse hollows. Not saying they know that, but I would be very skeptical of that. Here we have 4 Seance sealed blister packs. So you get the 3-pack blisters of Seance. $28 plus, well, what is that? Geno Squaw UFO box. That's cool. I'd way rather buy these than those loose packs. Here we have the Patreon Mastercaster Kickstarter medal. $26. Oh man, in Nick Strength the Pokemon stream earlier, or actually anywhere, people always talk about UFO spellbooks are like not worth anything. And yeah, I guess this proves it right here. 20 of them for $37. Here we have the Valentine's Day, the NFT version of the ugliest plush you're ever gonna see. I mean, this thing just looks like shit. It looks so bad. I own one of these, the regular one with the red heart. Trust me, I've seen it up close. It doesn't look good at all. Yeah, sold for 20 bucks. Says no promo card. Got that right. They never made the promo card for the gold heart. Wonder if that's in the warehouse. Here we have a lot of 3 packs of the player packs for the Casters Cup promo cards. Pretty cool. Sold for $122.50. I believe you get 3 cards in each pack, and you're not guaranteed to get a full holo, but sometimes you can get more than one full holo in there. So, and they're all player stamped, so that's pretty cool. This is pretty cool listing. I haven't seen these sold for a very long time. 2 of the Rudy Alpha Investments 6.9 years special boxes. 2 of them, it was a buy it now, sold for $1,200. Here we have Chromie Scripted Carnival Chibi Aura, $61 only. That'll never make sense to me. The odds of pulling a card like this is just so low. Well, since the beginning of MetaZoo, Chibi Mothman has never ever had any value compared to Mothman. So Green Refractor, I mean it's serialized out of 99, it's Topps Chrome, sold for only $2.75. Here we have Chupacabra, serialized out of 99, Topps Chrome, Green Refractor, sold for $2.75. Ghost Ear, serialized out of 50, Gold Refractor, Topps Chrome, $7. This was the steal of a deal, I would say. There's some pretty cool cards in here. All 20 cards, $3.25. Hey, up in Canada, this guy's always selling the same auction where he's got 1 booster box of Nightfall and a spellbook. $60. He's making some good money off that now. So $43.85 American. I used to buy these for, less than $25 American. Starting to go up in value a little bit here. Here we have a first edition, well there's only first edition one to go. It's full holo PSA 10, sold for $19.50. We have Kickstarter Fresno Nightcrawlers full holo PSA 10, only $35.90. I mean, this is impressive. This is one of, like, if you have a Seance spellbook, so you're gonna get your 10 packs, you're gonna get the brick of aura cards. Open up that brick of aura cards, because each one of those bricks is gonna have a secret, like, full holo aura card. So this is Spirit Aura. I mean, how much is a Seance spellbook now, right? Not too much. And in that brick of cards, I mean, there's a card you could sell ungraded. It went for $7.50. Here we have Steve Aoki, Top Series 0, serialized out of $2.99. So $2.83 out of $2.99. That's pretty cheap. $36. I mean, good luck ever pulling this. Here's some interesting cards. So we got the Fan Art Contest 2.0. We got the Flashlight Frog. So the reason why I'm showing this, it sold for $2.25. So that's the fan artist that drew this. Corey something, I can't see the last name. So yeah, that's his version of the Flashlight Frog. So here's Poncho's version of the Flashlight Frog. Hey, look at this. Playtester Dragon's Rise, $35 raw. Here's a card you would think would have had more value when it first came out from UFO. I mean, it's got 2 dragons on it. That's totally insane. Isn't that Tizaruk and Iowa Dragon? Correct me if I'm wrong, but I believe that's Tizaruk and Iowa Dragon. Here we have the Hopkinsville Goblin. It's one of the starter decks from Kickstarter. Full holo, of course. Only $26, even as a Gem Mint 9.5. Okay, well, I hope you like HeroQuest, because we got a bunch of HeroQuest cards to pound through. And I wanted to start with this one. When the HeroQuest CDs were first sold, they were $8, so you got the CD and you got 1 card included with the CD. Here we have Malicious Hardware from HeroQuest 1.0, $16.50. I don't even know what that looks like. Okay, cool, I guess. Here we have Thunderbird, sold for $17.50. Definitely don't see that too often. Hey, Potion Seller, the card no one wants to pull from Nightfall, $17.50. Why does he look like a skinny Dr. Robotnik holding a Pokeball upside down? Here we have Radioactive Hornets from HeroQuest, sold for $17.50. May as well zoom in on each one. Here we have Snipe, sold for $32. Not bad. These HeroQuest cards are selling for decent value. I mean, they're raw too. These aren't even graded. Here we have Snallygaster from HeroQuest, $17.50. Take a look at that mess. Next we have Stack Overflow. It's just a version of Wendigo, $17.50. Here we have Uncle Sam for $22.50. Ooh, straight up zombie. Here we have Joint Snake. This artwork's actually pretty cool. $29.50. Very unique artwork for Joint Snake. Sorry, what am I saying? Joint Snake. Sinkhole Sam. Here we have Frank Shaw's Gargoyle for $16.50. Take a look at that. Here we have DNA Overload for $6.50. Definitely not one of the popular ones. I think this artwork's badass. I mean, it only sold for $8.50, but Jack Frost. I mean, let's zoom right in on him. Here's Radioactive Sludge for $16. Here we have Burial Doll for $5.50. Doesn't say Hodag, that says Hoogag. Yeah, I wouldn't be too happy if I pulled that one. How much was that? $5.50. Here we have Spring Heel Jack for $12.50. Here we have Iowa Dragon. I think this sold for kind of cheap. Only $14.50. That's pretty awesome artwork for Iowa Dragon. Here's Exploding Rabbit, $22.50. Pretty cool artwork. Here we have Hodag, $23.50. Check out HeroQuest Hodag. Hey, Tizaruk from HeroQuest, $36. It's a pretty cool artwork. Reminds me of the dragon from Dragon Ball Z. Yeah, Shenron. He looks like Shenron. Here we have Headless Horseman. Definitely one of the more popular HeroQuest cards. Remember, this is raw too. For MetaZoo cards to sell raw for this price is pretty crazy. $43. Headless Horseman. Next we have Grim Reaper. $44. Thing about HeroQuest that was so awesome, the HeroQuest 1.0. Every card was guaranteed to be a full holo. Unicorn. $55 raw. Not bad at all. That is pretty impressive for a raw MetaZoo card these days. Next, one of my favorite promo cards. Chupacabra. I mean, only $9.50. It always sells for so cheap, but I think this should be part of any MetaZoo collector's collection. I mean, you're just not going to see another Chupacabra like that. And I say it every time, but it's also from 2020. Here we got some Fan Art 1.0. We got White Death, raw, sold for $1.25. And then we got Crosswick Monster, $1.25 raw. I think this is a seriously nice playmat. The Kickstarter, the second Kickstarter with the World Poker Tour, only $1.25. I mean, let's take a look here. That is a pretty sweet playmat. Here we have a first edition booster box, sold for $99 in auction on June 30th, 2024. Hey, Mike the Headless Chicken, $4.25 for the playtester, non-holo. On June 26th, looked like we had a Kickstarter, full holo Mothman, sold for about $600 American. Also on June 26th, looks like we had a non-alternating Kickstarter booster box, sold for $850, but on the 29th, June 29th, a regular Kickstarter box sold for $560. And here we have a sale on June 27th. I don't understand how this is real. It makes no sense. Babe the Blue Ox Kickstarter PSA 10. They were asking over $1,000 American. It says it's sold for $500 Canadian. But in the Jersey Devil Kickstarter full holo PSA 10 sold for $500 Canadian as well. And then also the Silver Bullet sold for $500 Canadian. Kickstarter full holo PSA 10. Okay, that doesn't make any sense. Even down here, Bigfoot full holo Kickstarter PSA 10, which I don't even think there's any debating it, would be more popular and more valuable than Babe the Blue Ox, Jersey Devil, or Silver Bullet full holo PSA 10 for Kickstarter. This only sold for $139 American, so maybe around, just under $200 Canadian. And even on June 18th, Loveland Frogman, I mean, that's without a shadow of a doubt the second best cryptid you could pull out of Kickstarter. Full holo PSA 10 sold for only $120 American. So that's less than $200 Canadian for Loveland Frogman, and that is undeniably the second best card. So if Loveland Frogman, full holo Kickstarter, PSA 10, and Bigfoot could barely get to the $200 mark Canadian, how did these three sell for $500 Canadian each? I'm not saying it's not legit, but I find that very hard to believe. Well, here's a crazy banger from June 28th. So we got a Topps Chrome Bigfoot alternate art serialized out of 5. So that's a black refractor PSA 10, sold for $250 American. Now there's a nice card. Whoever picked that up is gotta be pretty happy. Here we have a red ink, right? The legendary red ink, sold for $850 American. As well, on June 26th, we have a sample, Walking Sam PSA 9, sold for $400 American. Looks pretty badass with the black border. And I can't emphasize it enough, if you don't own a sample card, and someday you do own one, when you see it in person, you're gonna be like, holy crap, sample cards just hit different from MetaZoo. But you don't truly understand that until you see it in person. Tell me how crazy this is. It's a Headless Horseman. Beckett 10, I guess it's the only one that got a pristine 10 at Beckett. There's nothing special about it. It's not even reverse hollow. I mean, I believe up here, RH, they were saying it's reverse hollow, but let's take a closer look. Even at the label. It's just a regular card. It's not even reverse hollow. I'm pretty sure it's not reverse hollow. But even if it was reverse hollow, shit, even if it was full hollow, how in the world did this sell for $250 American? What the hell? That was on June 17th? I don't understand that at all. That's gotta be a mistake. So yeah, to end this video, I guess, tell me what you thought. Tell me what you thought of these auctions. If you want to comment on that Nick Strength and Pokemon, I don't know who was bidding on that or what happened there, but that is absolutely bananas to me. But if nothing else, comment on this. Do you like the fan artwork for Flashlight Frog better than Poncho's version? So that's the fan art. Or do you like Poncho's Flashlight Frog better? And do you think actual artists should have been allowed to be in the fan art 2.0 blister packs? I think that's kind of weird. I mean, yeah, I do like all the artists, obviously, but it's called fan art contest. It should only be fan art, right? I don't know. This one's growing on me. I actually like this one better than Poncho's version. So comment below, let me know what you think. I'm choosing Corey over Poncho in this case. And yeah, we'll see you in the next video.